Alright guys, I'm back. So what I've done, I took apart the second EG4 inverter. If y'all can see the one I'm pointing at right now, I took that apart until we figure out, what we gonna do warranty wise. They telling me that they're gonna, in order to start the warranty process, I gotta send a couple of more photos in. So that's cool. So I got some temporary things. I know I'm just trying to see what works. This wire right here running from this panel right here, that's to power the whole house, and I got it running on this one EG4 inverter as 120. The bypass mode is on because I have the light power batteries / Gill batteries hooked up to the grow watt, which is shooting utility power. This right here is acting as my utility. The EG4 and Gill batteries on the grow watt. So let's see, we using 3.27 kilowatts, and that's only because I'm charging the car at 3 kilowatts. Yes, the car is I got it charging at like 12 amps or something like that. So it's bringing out, it's using 3,000 watts. And the two UFO batteries are running on the EG4. And I know if y'all can see that right there, that bypass mode, because I'm charging the battery up. It's been kind of cloudy today, and why not charge up this 20 kilowatt battery right here, these two batteries, which is 20 kilowatts with 40k, with 40 kilowatt battery. So basically this is my grid. Now before my two EG4 inverters went down, I was using these two as my grid to charge the UFO. These was on, these batteries I've used for the house, because 20 kilowatts is a lot of storage, for just using for the house. But when you're talking about charging a car, of course you're gonna need more than that. So that's the reason why I went with these 40 kilowatts, which I was trying to go to 60k on the life power, but I'm running a test right now. So these batteries were fully charged, and now they're, it's not alarming yet. Cross my fingers, hope it don't. But right now it's working. Earlier I had my 3-ton mini split AC unit running. The heat pump was running, so I warmed the house up with that. But usually I just use my 12 BTU mini split in my room, because my daughter, she not here, so, and even if she is here, she probably sleep in the bed with me. But I just heat up my room, but I have family probably coming over for Thanksgiving, so I wanted to run the mini split in the living room, which is the 3-ton mini split, so I can have the heater running. Really trying to get away from propane, but most likely I will have the fireplace running as well, for these cold days that's coming, because we got a bunch of cold days that's coming. And that beeping is just the solar. It's like 6 o'clock right now. It get dark at 6, so that's the solar beeping in and out. But we in bypass mode. I'm charging the batteries with the grow watts, so not too much worried about it. But that's just a little quick update I wanted to give y'all on what's happening. So most likely they might warranty the EG4 inverter. They might. And I will end up getting another one, and I'll just use it, and hopefully I never have a problem again. And another thing I wanted to point out about the EG4 inverters, and this kind of, shows the difference between the MPP Solar LV, this 5,000 watt inverter that I had. It had an on and off switch. You got to think, if you're thinking about making an inverter and you want it to be beginner friendly, you might want to add an on and off switch, and don't ask somebody to add it for you. And I'm only saying that because look at MPP Solar. They decided to put the on and off switch on it. So people that don't really, already don't know much about adding cutoff switch for the inverters. A lot of people don't know about that. They don't. So EG4, how about y'all add a on and off switch? Because basically we're doing the job for y'all. And you know, and the overcurrent protection, of course, MPP solar has it. If you go over the voltage, it will shut down the inverter, so it can save the components in it. That's all I'm saying. That's why I say this company is new. A lot of things about this inverter was just threw out. It just threw it. It's threw it out there. Threw it out there. Didn't know anything about the inverter. So silly of me buying something that was brand new. I shouldn't have done it. I don't usually do that type of things. I try to stick with inverters that's been out for a little minute. But hey, I did because I guess I love the Life Power battery so much. You know, the Guild that was discontinued. I loved it so much that the fact that I thought, you know, I would love these inverters as well, but I don't. And I honestly hate inverters that's not split phase. I mean, come on, that's just, I guess that's the biggest issue with these. You have to run a leg, because you know you got your hot, you only got one hot on the 120. You got a neutral and a ground, and then you got this one hot neutral and a ground on the second inverter up there, and you have to bring in a leg here, and a leg here, which creates 220. I usually don't buy those type of inverters, these 120 volt AC inverters. I hate that. I'd rather go with something that's split phase. Every time I see an inverter that only show 120, I immediately click off of it, because I don't want to deal with that. I want to be able to add, you know, 110 and 220 in my breaker panel. That's just what I like, you know, and it'll make it a lot easier if y'all, you know, created a split phase inverter, you know. But like I say, so far I'm just running this one on the house, this running my house right now, and the grow wire is acting as my grid, which is on these batteries. And the EG4 is on the UFO battery. So if you can see, it's blinking, so it's charging right now. Let me see, I can pull it up. I can pull it up in my phone app, that way y'all can see. And if y'all see this is my car charging. I got it at 76%. It's charging right now off of the Life Power batteries. And I'm only gonna charge it up to 85%. So you see that 3K, I done already put 10 kilowatts inside the battery, only at 12 amps. I could go up to 32 amps, but you know, you don't need all that power. Just let it charge slow. Alright, so let's go to the EG4 app, the Watch Power app, and let's log in. And let's see what we got. So this inverter is on. And if you can see up there, I have the grid, which I don't have the grid at my house. I'm using the grow wire. I'm using this grow wire right here as my grid, and that's what you see. I'm not hooked up to the power. I don't have power running under the ground, and I don't have it above. No transformers over here. I'm strictly off grid, and that's why it's important for me. It's very important for me to have inverters that's reliable. And I believe that for everybody, you have to have inverters that's reliable. And if I made this inverter and then somebody was having a problem, I would quickly send them another one, because come on, man. You know, what if another freeze come to Texas? Man, I don't want to be out of power. I want something that's reliable. If it's not reliable, and you know it's not reliable, and you put the product out, at least stand by, tell me to send this one in quickly and send me another one so I can get back to having my power. I mean, that's just how we do, you know, because I work at a furniture company, one of the greatest furniture companies. And, you know, you buy it today, you get it today. That's exactly how it is. And if you have a problem, we'll come out, replace that piece with no issues. A lot of people can't guarantee that. You know, but that's what keeps you above everybody else, above the competition. Of course, I know, like I say, I'm not saying that I didn't. One thing it doesn't state in that manual is that these two together only gives 500 volts. And I could be wrong. I will read the manual again. But I don't think it tells you that once you parallel it, that it's only 500 volts. Now, who wouldn't want to go over 500 volts? I definitely don't want to go over 500 volts, but I did. My system went over 500 volts. You know, it somehow surged. I had this one set to like 280, and that one was like at 160. But then this one jumped up to 460, and that one was still at 160. And of course, it went over 500 volts. Bam. And that's why I got the F11 error code. So I'm not playing a blame game. I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm not saying it isn't my fault. But what I'm saying is you need protections on these inverters to protect that from happening, to stop that from happening. You know, so my breakers are, let's see. If you look at those, 125 amp, 500 volt PV breakers. That's what that breaker is for the PV. And I have one there as well. So, like I say, I mean, it happened. And if they don't want to give me another one, a warranty, I mean, I already made my mind up on not buying them, so I'm not worried about that. I'll just use this as 120 like I am now, and eventually jump over to another inverter, you know. So I'm working on some new batteries that I'm thinking about going. I'm thinking about going with. So I'll let y'all know once I do decide on that, if I decide on buying those batteries, because you gotta understand, batteries are expensive. And one thing about me, I'm not getting paid. These people are not shipping anything to me, and I'm telling them good things about these inverters. I paid $2,400 for this inverter. I paid about $8,000 for these two batteries. I paid about the same, a little over $8,000 for all this, if not $10,000 to $12,000 for all these batteries right here. And what, $2,400 for those two inverters. So it's a lot of money that I have, you know, sitting here in this room right here. And I'm not gonna talk good about these inverters. If a person was sent these inverters, they're gonna talk good about it. When they say paid promotion and they talking about, most of them are gonna say good things about the inverter and never tell you the bad about the inverters. And that's why I hate watching videos with people that get sent inverters. If you don't spend your hard-earned money on it, then you're not gonna talk bad about it. Who cares? And I'm not talking bad about it. I'm just stating the problems that I'm having. You know, I was excited about getting the EG4. You know, I got rid of my MPP solar, which wasn't nothing wrong with it, so I can get these inverters. And hell, y'all made me think about putting my MPP solar inverter back. So that's all I'm saying. So I'll keep y'all updated on what we're going to do with that inverter. Right now, I got this one running the house off of these two batteries, which is 20K. And I got this right here on the grow watt inverter that's acting as a grid that's powering this one, you know, because like I say, we was a little cloudy today, no sun. But once I get sun, it'll definitely charge these batteries back up. I think I also have a few panels on this one right now that's also powering the light power battery. So I'll see y'all in my next video, and I'll keep y'all updated.